week's edition of winners and losers in the stock market. I'm going to look at two winners, and then I'll look at one winner. And then before I continue, let me say that this is purely informational video. Trading is at their own risk. Yes, you always have to say that. You know what I mean? We just providing information. So another thing I want to say is that the best way to study stocks is to go through the charts of winners and losers every week. If you do that for 1 year, I guarantee you, you will learn more than you can ever sort of believe, because you would begin to see patterns that repeat itself over and over and over and over again. So let's start this week with one of the big winners this week. It's APA Corporations with ticker symbol APA. Yeah, APA is a ticker symbol. It's here on the screen. You can see. And what can you see here? Very simple. I put some marker. I want to keep it simple, clean. I like clean charts. What we have here is the price, and then simple moving average 50. Why so? I'm going to go to that, and I have a few lines around the volume bars, and line on the price chart itself. So what you see here, you see here is very simple. You see that around 27.6 US dollars. There was a big breakout here, because look at this point in the Friday, 5th December 25, the price was rejected around that same price, and then it came down and tack along 50-day moving average, and then it breaks, in my view, above that point convincingly with big volume. Note that 26 February with big volume. Yeah, big volume breakout above this period will be the buy point, and since then it has not looked back. Yeah, and even though we have down days here on the 2nd March and 10th March, not really down days, because the low of the day was still way higher than the low of the previous days, and the same thing. So that continue, and all you see is green bars. With what I would like to what I like here is that the low of the day, it was increasingly putting in higher lows all the way up, and it closed really strong on Friday. Yeah, big strong move on Friday, 2.76%. Well, first, apart from this technical stuff that I've told you, a big break above previous resistance with big volume and higher lows all the way up, which is so easy to see. The next thing that we look at is fundamentals. Look at this earnings, good earnings here, the last one, clearly surpassing expectations, top and bottom, both in revenue and in earnings. So what does that mean? It means it performed more than what the analysts expected. Here, the last one was not top and bottom, but still very decent. It missed the revenue by just under 2%, but then there was a big beat on the earnings. So this is the first thing that I look at. Really strong stocks in terms of fundamentals, but then you look at the charts. Very easy, break above a big volume, and it break above around the 50-day moving average. For me, anything below the 50-day moving average, yes, I do look at them, but I prefer stocks with price above 50-day moving average. Let's look at another stock that did well last week. Yeah, very different. Let's see, but This is oil sector stocks, so not so different. So because the trending sector is oil sector. So that's another lesson. You want to be looking at stocks in the trending sector. Again, what do we see here? This stock was coming down, um, and then around 50-day moving average, something happens around 50-day moving average. It's a reverse, yeah, and then you could say this was a previous support area around this area, a little bit, or here, and it break with big volume here on very high volume. But on Friday, despite this big volume, it did not really lose much ground. So that was, and then on the week, it made a gain of, let's see, 11% by just those few days move. Yeah. Let's go back and see what APA did on the week. APA Corporation, let's see, on the week it made almost 14% in just 5 trading days, guys. This is massive. So if you get these things right, you can do quite well. And then we also look at stocks that did not do so well last week, because it's always important to recognize that you don't always win in the stock market. And for me, I like to keep it real, guys. Keep it real. Keep it real. So CrowdStrike is a very popular stock, but it's not in the trading sector, as you can see. And why do I show this losing stock? I show this losing stock as well because you need to be able to manage your risk. Assuming you were interested in this stock, I want you to see when you could have gone down, when you would have sort of sell off and leave the stock if you are a short-term or swing trader. Yeah, I should have said that in the beginning. This session is targeted at those who are doing short-term or swing trading, as I call it. Yeah. So look at this. Here, there are consolidation around this area. Not really a single point, but you can see at that point here, if you see where my cursor is, there was a rejection. And then here, the bounce back around that point here. So this area was an important area or zone here as well. So this stock got to this point and could not break above that resistance, that area, and then started coming back. That's what, for me, would have been the time to maybe sell or consider selling or putting a stop loss. Another area could have been this one. This one could also be another area you would have said, oh no, below this point, I'm going to sell. Yeah. And then on Friday, it went down really big. For almost 5% on Friday with very big volume. So tendency for it to go up is still there. Yeah. So on both sides, consolidation area of where price congests is important. So you look at it to see what's happening. It's human psychology. Everybody's watching that area to see what's going to happen around those important areas. First, here, as you can see, this area, the price could not go above it, and then that could have been a signal that something is happening. But beyond that, here also could have been another area where you could say the price was also clustering around here sometime in the past. Yeah. And then when it broke this, I would have sold off if I had position. But sometimes not all stocks that go down are bad stocks fundamentally. CrowdStrike, you can see, yeah, decent, but not too decent earnings and revenue reports. Marginally last quarter, it did well. But it's not in the trending sector. So first, what have we learned today? What have we learned looking at these three stocks? I'll go back to APA. Break above consolidation area with big volume, especially for me around the 50-day moving average. it's super important. Look at this volume, guys. Look at this volume around this spot. That was a big break. And it came to retest this, you know. You see what happened here? Break above, it came down here, and this acted as a support. That retest, it's very important. Yeah. And then it broke above big volume, and it's an energy, it's in the energy sector. Always interesting when you are buying the trending sector, and boom, it went all the way with that. So look for stocks around 50-day moving average, and look for stock breaking out from clear consolidation area with big volume, and then just trail your stop to see what happens. This is powerful, guys. So that's one lesson. You can quickly just see, use a chart, I mean a line to see the average volume, and then you can identify when there's an above average volume. So it's important, guys, to pay attention to this consolidation area, to use 50-day moving average. Keep it simple. You can see I could put in all kinds of indicators or whatever here, but I keep it simple. And in Baker Hughes company, they support drilling, support oil and gas company in terms of drilling, or so it's another company in the energy sector. Again, see what happened around the moving average. Can you see that? Second time. Again, there was this area. I would say, yeah, around this area could have been not really consolidating, but there was some sort of a rebound around 50-day area. So you could say, I want to buy just above 50-day moving average, and then have your stop loss below it. This could have been the entry here. So, and then again, the volume around there was quite big here. This, even here, could have been another, if you are buying above 50, that's another thing that people do, especially also because there was some consolidation of price around here. And for crowd, what do we learn? We learn that stocks can also go down, and the same thing applies. Look for where there was consolidation in terms of price. If it breaks below that, then you should be selling. Yeah, you know, that's easy, does it? Yeah, I hope you learn one or two things with this short video, and do subscribe, and put on your notifications so that when I post very simple, easy to understand video on analysis of stock, you will be the first to know. Yes.